Hey, Keith Donovan, our wellness journey. This is a conclusion of drinking water every day, 8 cups according to the internet. I want to tell you what they said, and I do have notes today. There was just so much information; it was impossible for me to keep straight. Uh, but it did say that women are supposed to drink about 8.5 liters of water a day, while men are supposed to drink 15.5. So I did the old calculation on that. I mean cups, I don't mean liters. So I did the calculation on that, and that's about a gallon for a man. And I tried to drink this gallon. I never made it past about 2/3 of the way. It was just, I was just shoving it in as hard as I could, and it just, there was just too much water. So maybe eventually with time you can drink that much, but I couldn't drink that much. So let me go over the benefits. Um, I got a lot of my information off of WebMD, and then I got some of it off of a site where people were trying to sell some sort of fancy water. So um, carrying nutrients and oxygen to all the cells in the body, 90% of our blood is made up of water, making water essential for proper bodily function. It helps regulate our body temperature, cushion our joints, stabilize our heartbeat, normalize our blood pressure, aid in digestion. That's definitely one of the ones that helped. It did for me. Protecting your organs and tissue, helping to prevent constipation, flushing bacteria from your bladder, maintaining the electrolyte or sodium balance in your body, and helping to maximize physical performance, helping us to have enough energy. Actually, that happened for me too. I thought throughout the week I did have better energy. Promoting healthy brain function. One thing I would say about that is I did look up parts of the body and what they were made up of, and the brain is around 83% water, so you can see how it could help the brain function. Preventing and treating headaches, boosting skin health, and helping with weight loss. So for me, what are the benefits that I had throughout this week? Well, for sure, the digestive thing is and relieving constipation, no doubt about it. I think what happened was I got some fluid in my gut, and it cleaned out my gut. So that'll make your energy factory more efficient, which should make you have more energy, and I think I did. Um, it did help with weight loss, but it's mainly because I didn't eat very much this week. Every time I turned around, I was not hungry. When I normally would go to lunch, I go to lunch, and I just didn't have a desire to eat. And then I wasn't losing a lot of weight, which tells me we don't need to eat as much as we've been eating, or at least I don't need to eat as much as I've been eating. But about midweek, I got super hungry, and I ate like a lot of calories one day. I think it was a Wednesday or a Thursday, in just a very short period of time. So I didn't lose any weight this week, but I was down about midweek before I got super hungry. I was probably down about 6 pounds, which is close to 3% of my body weight. So I don't know. Probably healthy according to the doctors, and I should be a little bit less. So maybe that's one thing you could, if you're thinking about this, maybe that's one of the things, one of the benefits you're looking for. The digestion, mainly because I think my gut was cleaned out. I believe I was helped out. I have no idea about some of these other benefits because I don't have hypertension, and I don't have skin problems, and I don't have some of this other stuff, so I don't know if it helped. But certainly I believe it. One thing I will say is about midweek Thursday last week, I had to go and get some concrete blocks, which is what we're using here. And the lady had the same bottle on her desk. And so I asked her about it. I said, hey, do you drink that whole thing? And first off, women aren't supposed to drink as much, but I did ask her, did you drink the whole thing? She says, no, you can't. Drinking the whole thing can be dangerous. I said, what do you mean dangerous? And never heard that. I was in the Army, and they always told me drink as much water as you possibly can. And then she said, well, you can cause damage to your cells. So I did a little research on that. I want to give that to you. And again, I want to read it because some of these terms, they're not like I can just memorize it. I'm not a doctor, okay? You may start experiencing, if you're overhydrated, you may start experiencing things like confusion, drowsiness, and headaches. If this pressure increases, it could cause conditions like hypertension or high blood pressure, or bradycardia or low heart rate. Sodium is the electrolyte most affected by overhydration, leading to a condition called hyponatremia. Sodium is a crucial element that keeps the balance of fluids in and out of cells. When its levels drop due to high amounts of water in the body, fluid gets inside the cells. These cells swell, putting you at risk of having seizures, going into coma, or even dying. And that was off of WebMD. So she was right. You can overhydrate. I don't think I did, but I think what you ought to do if you're going to do something like this is just drink as much as you possibly can, and don't go past that. And when you certainly when you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Everybody knows that. But anytime you can drink, and that's what I did throughout the week. So that brings us to next week. There were several options for next week, but I think I'm going to go with the cold shower therapy, just because it's the simplest thing to do. I'll take a cold shower every day, and a little bit of research I've already done on it says you're supposed to have between 8 and 10 minutes a week of cold therapy. The only problem with that is when they were saying 8 to 10 minutes, that was as cold as you can possibly take it and stay in there. So obviously a shower is not as cold as I can possibly take it and stay in there. So I probably have to bump up the amount of time that I spend in the cold shower. I don't really have the facilities or the money to buy an ice bath and fill it up with ice every day where it would be as cold as I could take it and stay in there for a minute or so. I bet if somebody set up a gym where all they did is have ice baths, they'd make a killing. But so I'm just going to take the cold showers and see how that goes. And I'll put the WebMD information in the description. So if you're curious about where I got this information, I'll put it in the description. You can go look that up. And really, that's about it. That's all I have for this week. And y'all be well.